Hello, welcome to my home. Come a bit closer that we may enjoy a cosy fireside chat. "25 years ago, on the 6th of December 1989, in Montreal, Canada, a man named Marc Lepine walked into a technical college, armed with a rifle and a hunting knife. He separated the men from the women. And on that day, in that place, he murdered 14 women, injured 10 other women, and murdered 4 men. Why did he choose to kill and injure so many women? Well, it was for one fact only, that they were women. Now, 2 years after those tragic events, in 1991, in the province of Ontario, Canada, a handful of Canadian men created the White Ribbon Day. Here began the White Ribbon Campaign. And today the White Ribbon Campaign is the biggest global campaign led by men tackling male violence towards women and girls. A number of years ago, the French male singer Charles Aznavour penned these words in a song. "Tell me if you can, what makes a man a man?" Well, can you tell me what makes a man a man? Because I can tell you what does not make a man a man. And that is committing an act of violence, whether it be psychological, emotional, or physical. So from the outset, it must be asked, why is it that some men need to feel the need to prove that they are a man by committing violence against women and girls? Most evidence points to gender inequality and beliefs and myths about how men are supposed to behave. Don't for one instance think that violence against women and girls is not your problem because you are a man. It is your problem. In fact, it is a problem for the whole of society. So, it is a problem shared by both men and women. Now, the majority of men do not commit violence against women and girls, and think that to commit any form of violence towards women and girls is wrong and has no place in a modern society. If you as a man hold this view, then you can be part of the biggest global campaign to eliminate violence against women and girls, represented here in the United Kingdom by the White Ribbon Campaign UK. I invite you in your daily lives to show leadership and seek to be a role model to other men and be able to influence them in changing their behaviours and attitudes towards women and girls, so that they treat women and girls with respect. But we cannot change their attitudes and behaviours until we examine our own attitudes and behaviours. And if we find that they are at fault, or give cause for concern to women in our lives, we must be prepared to change them. If more men stand up and campaign to change the cultural norms and gender stereotypical attitudes shown by some, to value diversity and equality, we will eventually have a society free from violence. But clearly we are not there yet, with reported domestic violence in England and Wales at its highest for many a year, and reported sexual violence against women and girls at a 40-year high. Now, it's not impossible for us men to show moral leadership and to support those campaigning for a society free from violence against women and girls. We must start by listening to women's voices and be prepared to learn from what they are saying. We must listen to women who have experienced violence and how it has affected them. There are a number of myths and falsehoods about violence. And what's more, many of the rights that we men enjoy today are simply not enjoyed by women. As I said earlier, the majority of men do not commit violence against women and girls. It is a minority. And they do so for a variety of reasons. On the whole, violence against women and girls is something that men learn, either through the generational link because they've seen their fathers do it, and their fathers have seen their fathers doing it. So we must understand why violence occurs. Then, being armed with that knowledge, we can be a better role model to other men who are in our life circle. We can teach other men about how to think and behave, which supports women and their rights. Be a leader in your workplace and challenge inappropriate language towards women. We all have a role to play in eliminating violence towards women and girls and all forms of gender-based violence. Unless we men start taking personal responsibility for our own attitudes, then nothing will change. But we must change. Support the White Ribbon Campaign by being a role model to your family and to other men, and take the pledge never to condone, never to commit, and never to remain silent about violence against women and girls. To do so, go to www.whiteribboncampaign.co.uk and take the pledge. Do it now, do it today, and let's all work together for a society free from violence. Thank you for listening.